This tiny blue pill is fentanyl, a drug so lethal even the tiniest dose can kill you. It's been found in everything from marijuana to cocaine to heroin. Here on Vancouver's downtown east side, fentanyl by itself or mixed with other drugs is rampant.
I don't blame them. I do blame some media for bad media we got, but I gotta say.
Hi, right now I'm at Vandu's and I'm here with Neil, who's working the Cannabis Substitution Program, getting people who use drugs and other substances and alcohol to change their behavior. Part of the project is to get people to enhance their lifestyle and to find better ways to make their life better and not turn to hard drugs, but to use medical marijuana to better enhance their lifestyle and their daily lives.
There's two in your bag. You got two in there already. Where are these? They're THC caps. It's like a cookie without the cookie. Oh, that's like a capsule. It's just a capsule in there. Capsule. Capsule. Thank you.
Hi Neil, I'm asking you about your substitution program. Could you explain it to me a little bit, please?
This is week number 50 that we've been coming here to the Vancouver area network of drug users offices, and we give out care packs with caps and cookies and gummies and joints to about 170 people every week for free to help them substitute this for opioid and other street drugs.
And you found that this project has actually enhanced the neighborhood.
Oh, for sure.
Like people come here every week.
I get so many people thanking me, even randomly on the street, for what we're doing here.
And you found that while you've been running your project, it's actually helped change people's lives.
Oh, for sure. So many people tell us about how it's helping them every week. So.
And do you feel that it has also helped the neighborhood? Do you find that it's changed people's behavior?
It can help the neighborhood, and even if they're just selling it once they get it, it's a better way of getting money than some of the other options that harm the neighborhood. And then the people that would buy it are happy to have it and not to pay money for it. But we're hoping there's not a lot of diversion going on, that people actually use it, and most people say that they are and that they're very pleased with the result.
While you've been working here, did you find that you have had a better connection with the community and it's made the community better?
Yeah, absolutely, we're helping the community. That's what Vandu says all the time, is that Saturdays is a good day here now.
This is a crew that supplies the neighborhood with edibles.
BC 211, how can I help you?
United Way of the Lower Mainland is very excited about supporting 211. We think this is the most innovative new program to be established in the Lower Mainland.
When people phone us, we give them information and resources for community services, health services, social services, government, and also recreational.
We have over 5,600 programs and services in the database, and that's just for the 211 catchment area. We also have almost 5,000 resources for the rest of the province.
Pretty much anybody from the general public can call 211. Sometimes we have RCMP officers calling, police, people from government employees just looking for information.
Non-government organizations, government services that are direct, as well as lots of volunteer or other kinds of groups. And they cover the whole gamut of social services, human services. So topics like education, housing, counseling, senior services, disability, settlement, almost anything you could imagine, really.
I would say what's unique is that when somebody calls here, their call will be answered by a certified and trained information and referral specialist. We have great assessment skills. So for example, if somebody calls and they're not even sure about where to start, if they have a number of different issues going on, then we are trained to be able to ask them the right questions, to be able to figure out what really their needs are. The personalized individual attention that I can give to each caller that calls with a unique need or a unique issue. And I think being able to use a database that is so extensive and not feel like, oh, I'm not going to be able to help this person. Usually there will always be something that we can locate, and we're able to be there for them.
A lot of people ask, why do we need police on transit? Your safety, our employees' safety, the protection of our property, the buses and the stations, all of that is part of our job. We are a support service to our jurisdictional partners. Just so you understand, And our transit system covers 21 municipalities and 1 First Nation. We serve 17 municipal police forces and RCMP detachments. We have 183 officers, 144 kilometers of rail and 63 stations, 1,500 buses. We carry 1 million boarding passengers a day. So we talk about policing the moving city, and that's what we do. And we keep our customers and the community we're in. Most of you will have met Kurt Rattray, who I work very closely with. He's my partner, because we've taken community policing to the next step in terms of providing neighborhood police officers. And Kurt is at the Broadway Commercial Station. We have Constable Julian Ponshin down at the Waterfront Station. So they're important areas that we work with the community and our partners. We take it very seriously.
This is one of the locals with his young ones. Having a Sunday. How are you guys doing? Where are you guys off to?
We're going to my friend's house to get my phone.
Going to your friend's house? Well, that sounds positive. I hope you guys have a nice day.
He's got to go pick up his phone, and then we're going to go hang out with Dad for a little more, and then...
Now that's family.
There you go.
Now I'm speaking to Hugh, which is one of the local community workers, and this is Vandu, and they deal with drug policy. Their focus is they're trying to get people who use drugs to use clean drugs and trying to have and make a better life. Could you please explain to me a bit about Vandu's policies?
So Vandu's policy is basically harm reduction. Harm reduction is at the core of our policy. Harm reduction is, you had people before sharing needles, so you had to spread the disease with HIV, Hep C, and other diseases. What we're saying is, if you're going to use in a clean, responsible way. Don't share your needles,
Especially with the opiate crisis right now, that's a very serious problem.
Well, and with the opiate crisis, the big thing is what we're telling people is not to use alone.
To use outside where you can get other people
you use
come on.
With a friend, or you can go to one of the injection sites. We have a OPS, overdose prevention site here.
Okay.
We were given the go-ahead by Vancouver Coastal Health, so people could come here and use in a room while being watched. If they happen to go down, we have trained people that will seat them until first responders arrive. So Vandu has done a lot. We're in our 20th year. It started from back in the 90s in the downtown east side. There was a lot of deaths from overdoses from China White. So some people got together, community people got together, and decided to do something about it for the drug users. Lo and behold, what came out of that was Vandu.
Yeah, also I found that you guys have also other community agencies too that work, like Portland Housing with the alcohol maintenance program.
Well,
can you just tell me a little bit about that briefly?
Well, we had a conference back in 2010, and from that conference we had the drug war survivors, the provincial drug group, and then we did a caravan around the province. And on that caravan, we noticed that we were missing a segment of people, and that was the illicit drinkers. So we started a illicit drinkers group, and basically, when we started, there wasn't any alcohol maintenance, so we seem to be trendsetters.
I feel you.
Everything that we do seems to be passed on, which is fine because it helps people, right? Our resources are
there to
limited.
change people's lives.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, so at the end of all, so what's whole Vandu's policy? What's their goal and objective?
Vandu is a organization for past and present drug users, and it's about user-based support and peer support, peer education. We're here to support each other and to educate each other.
Right now I'm speaking with Morgan, who works at Insite in one of the local community centers. He's also a street nurse, and he also works at the overdose clinic, and their purpose here is to try and provide a safe place and a safe drug use by having, they have test kits, which we're about to see, to test the drugs. Okay, so right now we're going to see if there's any fentanyl in this speed.
Yeah, so this is our fentanyl test strip. Works something like a pregnancy test. So we've already placed the drug in this bit of water here. And so we're just going to place the strip in, just by about 1/8 of the strip. Now this will start absorbing the water and the drug.
Okay.
And very shortly here, once it reaches the top, we will be able to tell by a red line or two if it's positive or negative. So right there, that looks like that's negative.
So it has no fentanyl in it?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. So this is the Narcan and naloxone kits. Comes with 3 needles. These are called vanishing points, so the point will actually jump back up into the barrel when you're all done.
Okay.
So you're not leaving anything out and about in the public that could cause any harm. This is your mouthpiece, which you would breathe for the person, as you've already called 911. We're going to remove one of the needles.
Okay.
And we're going to suck up a little bit of Narcan. So this is 0.4. It's indicated right there, 0.4 of Narcan.
Okay.
Okay, you tap everything out of the top. This bit of plastic here is for your own safety. So you're going to place your finger on this gray dot and break away from you. That gets the top off. We're going to remove the safety cap, and we're going to draw this up. I use this little window here to indicate that you've sucked up every last bit of it. And that's the air coming in there. Give it a couple flicks, get the air out, and then
you inject it in.
And so it's going to be either subcutaneously or intramuscularly. Okay?
Okay.
So place it in, and then that will absorb, and this, as you see, the needle jumps back up into here.
Okay.
Okay? And so that's either going to be in the stomach fat, or it's going to be on the shoulder here.
Okay.
Or it's going to be in the leg muscle.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So each one, you have 3 of them, and each one is 0.4. So that ends up being 1.2 of Narcan.
So when you use it the first time, if it doesn't work, how long should you wait?
It's going to be 4 minutes in between your shots.
Okay.
And 0.4 of the Narcan. And if you're doing breaths, it's going to be 4 to 5 seconds between breaths.
Okay then.
Okay?
Okay, well.
And you could also look this up online, and it'll give you all the rest of the information that you need.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, not a problem.
Okay, keep up the good work there, buddy.
Thank you, sir. My pleasure.
All right, peace.
Okay.
What's your name, bud? Name's Hey, Elvis. Elf? Elvis? Elvis? Open your eyes. Blink your eyes. Blink your eyes. Top of your left. Get up. Come on, man. Come on, Elvis. Get up. Elvis, open your eye. Elvis, open your eye. Elvis, open your eye. Have you given him any Narcan? No, he's not a fucking drug dealer. He doesn't do that. Elvis. See? Splendid insight. Elvis. Alright, you're gonna get a poke in your finger. Move out of the way, dear. We'll get him in our bed. Not gonna fucking right. We're not gonna Narcan if he doesn't need to. Don't worry. He's not a dog. He doesn't do. I've picked him up many times myself. I'm familiar with him as well, but you just want to get him in the more comfortable bed off of the concrete. All right.
Hi, I'm speaking to one of the local employees that are working at McDonald's, and I've known her, and she's come from a very long road, but now she's turned her life around, and she's one of our new generations. How do you like working at McDonald's?
It's pretty fun.
Tell me.
There's a lot of friends here, which is really cool. Managers are really nice.
Do you find that it's helping you change in your past struggles that you've gone through since you've been a youth?
Yeah, I think it helped a lot with since my dad passing, just money and stuff like that.
International Women's Day.